this one I figured you guys would like, but this one is like a 3-parter for Metroid Prime Remastered. I know everyone was kind of riding high when it got announced, and we were all kind of excited. But there's been a couple little downfalls to their physical release in certain ways. But just before we touch on the physical release, there is something else that kind of came out that some people have kind of uncovered since the game has come out. But apparently many of the developers of the original game are not too happy with the being credited in terms of the credit section of the game. So apparently in the new remastered version, I'll just read it right from here, but it says the developers who worked on Metroid Prime for the GameCube have had their names left off of the final credit scheme, and they are not thrilled about it. Apparently, there's just I actually should pull that up, that image. Here it is. I actually have the image right here. Right here it says, based on the work of Metroid Prime, original Nintendo, GameCube, and Wii version development staff. So instead of everyone getting their names credited, that's literally what it just says. It just says, hey, all of you.
That is
it's like saying
super crappy.
Thanks, but no thanks.
I don't know if you guys even knew about that.
I read it.
No.
It's so crappy. Like, I'm not saying that, they didn't do a lot of extra work on this remaster, but here's the thing. They could have done... the core of it was already done by all the other developers. Like, not to give them their credit where credit's due seems really crappy. Like, I don't know. I know if I had worked on the original game, I would not be happy just to... I don't know. I guess the argument is those old developers didn't touch this new game, but they still made the original art. Like, you would credit any other artist or musician or something if you, covered their song or did something like that. Like, I think you should do the same thing here. Not just credit in a very vague, general way like they did here. It should have been the entire list of every developer.
Yeah.
So.
Like, after the people they had do it worked on a remaster, it'd be like original staff members, all the entire thing at the end.
The thing is
to do it.
I just don't understand what the reasoning behind it is. I'm assuming... I mean, I guess they would say they were trying to save time. They didn't want the credits section to run too long, but why not? It's a credit.
Like most, I'm sure even the Nintendo ones, like when you get to a credit, you can just usually skip it. Either speed it up or press A to skip. And I think Metroid Dread I was able to skip the credits on, so it's not like anybody's usually, chained down to their seat having to watch all the credits. So I don't know if that's really the primary idea. I don't think it's like a royalty issue or anything. It just seems like a snub.
Could it be legalities? Maybe it's just been a long time since that team.
I feel like if it was, there wouldn't be such pushback from it, because those who could have been the credits, if there are legalities to it, I feel like they would probably be aware of what the legalities are as being included in credits, considering they've been included in credits before. So I don't think there's some weird loophole legality thing that's being avoided here. It just seems like a snub for some weird, odd reason. But I don't know. I'm not the one who made that decision, so.
Yeah, it's definitely crappy. I would also like to know whose decision was that? Was it the new developer's decision, or was it Nintendo's? It'd be kind of interesting.
Stuff like that, I feel like it usually comes from higher up. Like, I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, the developers have a fair amount of control over stuff, but I don't know. That feels like that was a Nintendo push.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably. I mean, gosh, not to put anybody else on there besides just the current team. That seems kind of mean.
And I mean, I watched a little bit of some Let's Plays of the game, just to kind of see how much better it looked. And it looked better, and it looks like they had added some stuff, but it's still the original game. Like, you look at it, and you're like, yep, that's Metroid Prime. So if the original developers didn't do their job, this game wouldn't exist, period. So to not credit them again, I don't know. Especially because back then, Metroid Prime, although it's definitely a celebrated game at this point, it was always a little niche. And now we're kind of getting this resurgence of Metroid again. I think more people who maybe didn't have exposure to it are starting to dig into it. And I'm sure those old developers would have liked that new kind of light added as far as recognition that they may not have got back in the day. So I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it.
No, I think you pretty much said it right. I mean, it's I don't know. You're right. It would be nice to credit them again. Who cares? I don't see the negative aspect for Nintendo leaving everyone's names out. I don't know. Here. So I'm gonna real quick on the timer add another minute or so, just so I can. Do have one more part to this, but
That's cheating.
Well,
it's a speed run for a reason. We gotta be faster.
All right, just the last part. Well, it's already out there. But just the second part to kind of the Metroid Prime. I don't want to say. I don't know. Amazon has reported that they have delayed most physical copies for people into April. For many people. Physical pre-orders for Metroid Prime are also currently sold out most places, including Best Buy, GameStop, Target, Walmart, and the Nintendo Store. It seems also many stores are limiting to one purchase per customer, not letting you buy multiple. And also, if you look online, apparently, I'm sure places like eBay and stuff, the scalpers, apparently the game's going for upwards of like $80 to $100 to $400. People are trying. So
ridiculous.
Many people trying to get a hold of a game when it's like, just have some patience. Wait until April.
I would understand if there was no other way to play the game, then maybe there'd be that FOMO kind of thing. But it's available right now digitally. I know you probably don't want to buy it again, but you might as well. You might as well buy the game digitally now it's like a $40 game, right?
Mm-hmm. 40.
And then enjoy it, play it now, and then when it comes in stock, which let's be real, it's gonna come in stock. Like, this is not gonna be like some low print kind of deal. Like, they'll have plenty of these things. So come April, you pick it up for $40. You'll still pay the $80 that the scalpers would have charged you, but now you've got digital and a physical release. So I can't think of any good reason somebody should go this scalping route. I don't know. It seems like people are just trying to, take advantage of a couple of poor gullible suckers. But yeah, don't rush out and get this scalped. Like, play it digital for now. You'll find it cheaper down the line.
It's not like the PS5 craze where like you had like no idea when you were going to be able to get a PS5. Right. With this, just wait till April. You're going to be able to get one. Be patient. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Usually they're pretty big on like how many they're put out there, so they're gonna flood the market with them. Now they're like there.
We've had plenty of hardware shortages lately, but what's the last physical game release you can think of? It's not like a limited run or something like that has been in short supply. I can't think of any.
Everyone thought that was going to be the case for that Mario Switch trilogy game, and then the next thing you know, you can't get rid of them. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah. So this is not going to be a short print or anything. It's crappy that people are taking advantage of it, but April's not that far away. We're at the end of March or end of February, so I don't know. Suck it up for another month or two.
I agree. Well, there's our alert. So, I don't know. I thought that might be kind of interesting. I just thought it was interesting coming off of how excited everyone and how happy they were with the announcement, and then they just kind of fumbled a couple things afterwards.
Yeah.
Are you guys still excited to play it? Are you guys still anybody looking to play it? I probably will wait until April, May, and get a physical. Probably play it around then.
I'll buy the physical. Not like I already have them in all freaking media.
I think that's my thing. Yeah, we talked about this. Like, the last the Wii trilogy they put out was pretty dang good, man. The controls were really good. I'm sure this looks better and plays better in some ways, but I like just having the whole collection. I can go play all three of them right now.
Yep.
And
that
I don't know.
Steelbook is pretty nice. So.
Steelbook's pretty sweet. So, I don't, judge anybody wanting to have physical again. Like, I get it. This is, like, your favorite game. I know Metal and you in particular are really big in Metroid, so I get it. I was very disappointed this isn't all three. Like, I'm actually more reserved to buy it until they release all three of them, or, like, a 3-pack or a collection, which they may not do, but...
Well, they've already said they're going to re-release 2 and 3 already, and it's like, oh, great, now you're going to... So give it a few years. There will be a collection of them, and then I'll probably buy it.
I think I read that, I don't know where, but I think they said in prior meetings Nintendo had, it was supposed to be like a collection, and I don't know, at some point they just said somebody split it up.
And Josh at the end of the table's like, but we can make more money if we do it separately.
Everyone's in agreement, and he's just like, what about more money?
Like, yeah, more money, yeah.
Taking a money gun.
Yeah.
Like in RoboCop with that one. What's the one businessman?
I buy that for $1.
Like,
right.
I don't know.
Okay.
I played it too much.
Yeah.
I played that game so much, it's ridiculous.
Alrighty, so